Well, God bless you and thank you for joining us for our fourth installment on motherhood. I now have the pleasure of introducing and presenting Sister Darlene Pride. Welcome to Freedom in the Word. I am Minister Sherry Knotts, and I am here today with one of our sister extraordinaires. She is head of the health ministry. She's one of the nice faces that you see when you come on the campus and into those doors, and she reminds you to put your mask on and sanitize your hands and check your temperature. I am sitting here. It is my privilege, it is my honor to introduce and present Sister Darlene Pride. All right. So, Darlene.
Yes, ma'am.
Before you became a mother, what did you know about family and motherhood?
I knew that motherhood is something you take serious. When you love a child, when you bring a child into this world, it is your responsibility to care for that child, to nurture that child, to teach that child about the ways of the world, but most of all, teach them about the Lord. My faith has been strengthened by Him allowing me to be, first of all, a mother and to face challenges and be able to stand strong on my faith, my belief, my discipline for my children. And when times were hard, when I felt like I wanted to pull my hair out because the children were giving me a hard time, I would say, pray, Lord, please help me be the example and help me be strong, that I do the things that you would have me to do to be a good mother for my children. I have two biological children, and I have a stepdaughter that's about 6 years older than my biological son, Anthony, which is now 34 years old, or will be in August.
And do you have any grandchildren?
I have one biological grandson. His name is Elijah, and he is the love of my life. And he knows it, and I try to show him every day that he is my most precious gift.
Okay. Now, with that being said, what nuggets of wisdom would you be willing to share with others? Because I'm sure you have nuggets, but then there's nuggets, and then there's that you would be willing to share.
First of all, you show love, and you have to be very patient with children. You have to show them that you love them no matter what they do. When they're wrong, when they're right, you show them that you love them. But you also have to be stern with your discipline and teach them when they're wrong, to remind them that they hurt someone when they do something wrong to someone. And the words, I'm sorry, they're just words. You have to show your action by not repeating the same action that you've done to hurt that person. And you also have to mean in your heart and in your, by your actions, the way you treat people, to see that those people can see that you're sorry for what you did to hurt them.
Now, are we friends with our children?
No.
Okay.
My children know I love my children, but they know we're not friends. I'm not your girlfriend. I'm not your buddy or whatever. But we have a relationship where they know that they can talk to me, they can tell me anything, and they can trust me. But we're not buddies. They're no one. I'm not going to hang out with them or anything like that. My daughter and I enjoy going shopping and doing things that girls do, but that's not a girlfriend. She is my daughter, and I am an example of what a mother should be. No mother should be friends with their child.
And and I'm glad that you would say that, because we don't live in a society where that's popular.
Mm-hmm.
And I adopted this from my past pastor when we lived in the Wake County area. He told his children, we're going to be friendly, but we will never be friends.
Yeah, we're not friends.
My son has this idea that I'm his best friend, and I've corrected him since he was a child, and he's now 23. I've always told we will never be friends.
No, we're not friends.
Doesn't mean I don't love you.
I love you more than anything in this world, but we are not friends.
We're not friends.
I can't be your friend and be a mother to you at the same time.
Because you're a mother all the time, right?
I'm a mother all the time.
There's never a time
always
where it
on duty.
off, right?
I make jokes about me being a nurse and being off duty as a nurse, but never as a mother.
We can. We punch in, but you never punch out. Of motherhood. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so we're familiar with Bible verses such as Isaiah 11:6, and a child shall lead them. Psalm 8:2, out of the mouth of babes. Proverbs 22:6, train up a child in the way he should go. Deuteronomy 6:6-7. Teach your children my commandments. Isaiah 54:13. All your children shall be taught by the Lord. Psalm 127:3. Children are a gift from the Lord. So when you think about passages, is there a particular passage of scripture that you reflect upon, or one that you call, you're like, that's mine for parenting?
Mine is train up a child in the way that he should go. Because you have to show a child the way to go in life. You have to show them right from wrong, and you can't decide when you want to be right and when it's wrong. It's right or wrong all the time.
And when does that start?
That starts from the time that they're, when they're able to move about and understand your discipline when you're talking to them. Children understand even before they can talk or walk what no means. So
and they don't like it.
They don't like it. I didn't like it, but I learned, and you can teach your child too.
What are some of your most memorable pastimes or vacations that you've shared as a family?
We've had many. From when the children were very young, before we had the RV, we still have a van. And we used to take that van everywhere. We went to Disney World on numerous occasions. We went to the beach and to, theme parks. But I think going to Niagara Falls and Hershey Park, my kids had the best time. And I had the best time just watching them have a good time. So that was really fun. So
would you do it all over again? Now, knowing now what you know, can't change anything, but would you do it all over?
Yes. I used to want more children, but God gave me my two, and I'm so thankful that he gave me those. And after I got those two, I was like, ooh, what was I thinking? Wanting more. Because they were a challenge and they were a lot of work, but I'm thankful for the two that I have.
So with that, with your pregnancies, did you have any complications? Were
Absolutely.
there challenges?
Absolutely.
Do you care to share?
I had gestational diabetes with my first son, where I had to monitor my blood sugar. I had to prick my finger. I had to dip my urine. I had to watch my meals. I was so big and pregnant that people used to think I was about to explode everywhere I went. I used to have jokes told to me about, ooh, don't have that baby in here. Everywhere I go, people would, say, woo, she's pregnant, but then the baby came and I was fine after but I had cesarean sections with both of them. And that was traumatic for me because I wasn't expecting it, but I bounced back and I was able to, take care of them and myself after having the baby with the help of my husband. Thank you, Nayan, for being there and helping me with my children. So I'm so glad that I did have a supportive husband during my time.
And with motherhood, if you could give it a theme, either a theme song or something that you just make up, would you be able to do that?
My song would be Oh Happy Day, because when my kids came, I was just like the happiest person in the world. They were just like the best present that I could ever have, and knowing both of them were 4 years apart, but when they both came, they were like the best gift, Christmas, birthday, every kind of gift all wrapped up in one. They would, and I call my daughter my gift from God, because after having my first child, I was just so overwhelmed and so, what's the word? I mean, just shocked because I had to have a C-section. I was like, oh, shoo, I cannot do this again. So I was like, we're just going to have this one baby. But the Lord saw fit that I had two, because when I was trying not to have a second child, I was already with the second child. And so I always tell her that she's my gift from God. And so she knows that I always tell her she's my precious gift,
What part did your community play in helping you raise your children, aside from your husband?
My family, I have a very close-knit family. So I have 5 sisters and one brother is deceased now, but my sisters, we've always been tight like friends. And so we've always helped each other with our children. You know, if one went out of town, we kept each other's children. We picked each other's children up off the bus. We took them to doctor appointments. We did all kind of things for each other's children. But in our neighborhood, when the kids were very small, we grew up in a neighborhood where it was like a single family housing, where families were moving into these neighborhoods where there were young families and children were being born, and they were all raised up together. And so all my children had buddies across the street, next door, around the corner. And so we all looked out for each other's children, because we knew that, you know, if one went into someone's house, they knew that they had to let us know. You couldn't go inside someone's house without being, you know, notifying the mommy that you were in someone's house. We all looked out for each other. They played in the neighborhood, they rode bicycles, and we all hung out, you know, watching each other's children. If one got hurt, we were out there putting band-aids on knees and elbows or whatever, but, you know, or taking them home if they couldn't go on home by themselves. So we looked out for each other.
Okay. And do you have any closing thoughts for someone who is married but is now getting ready to have their first child, and maybe they've been diagnosed with gestational diabetes? Do you have any words of wisdom?
Well, first of all, addressing the gestational diabetes, I would say don't be like me. The eating for two is a myth. It's not. You need to eat for two. But I thought because I was pregnant, I could eat anything I wanted to. And basically I did. And I paid the price for it. So don't think you can eat for two. Eating for yourself is sufficient for you and your child. And then if you have diabetes after you have your baby, then it's not a death sentence. You can learn how to live with it and eat and exercise and have a full life with yourself and your baby, taking care of yourself and your child. And for someone that is starting a new family, that is getting ready to have a new child, it's going to change your life. Your husband is going to have to be a little bit more patient, because you're going to have to spend a little bit more time with that baby. He's going to have to be the one to help you. And don't think just because you're the mommy that you're always going to have to be the one to get up in the middle of the night. If you're both working, share that responsibility. You know, you both made the baby together, so you take care of it together. And when one parent says, I have to babysit, no, you don't babysit your own children. You are caring for your child. Mommy has to work, so I'm taking care of the baby while mommy works. Mommy's going to get her hair done. I'm taking care of the baby while mommy's going to get her hair done. Daddy's going to watch football at his buddy's house. You taking care of your baby while daddy's watching football with his buddies. So you never babysit your own children. You take care of your own children.
And so I have to ask you one more question. Have you experienced mom guilt?
Yes. And that's when I feel like I have to spank my child, and I felt like I may have spanked them a little bit too hard, or my punishment was a little too harsh, or I should have listened when she was trying to tell me something, or yeah, I do feel like a little guilty on those occasions. But you can't, you just can't keep harping on that. Everybody makes a mistake. Being a parent, there is no booklet, there is no course that you take. We all learn through experience, day to day.
As we go,
so,
right?
As we go, we learn as we go. So we make mistakes, and then you have to just own up to them, make corrections, make changes. When you see one thing didn't work, try something else. Don't keep doing the same thing when you see it's not working.
Well, all right. Well, we want to thank you for inviting us out to your lovely home, and I look forward to seeing you on Sunday.
Okay.
And we'll make sure that you sanitize your hands,
take your temperature, and put on a mask
to cover the mouth and the nose.
And the nose every Sunday before you enter the church.
Before you enter the church. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining us for our fourth and final installment of Motherhood. It's been a Motherhood May, and we thank you. If you've missed any of the episodes, you can go on our social media via Facebook or YouTube and look at episodes 1 through now 4. And we want to thank you and wish you a very prosperous day. Until we meet again, I am Minister Sherry Knotts, and we'll be talking to you soon. God bless you.